Listen to this.
Welcome. I'm Bob Proctor. I have done seminars all over the world for a long, long time. But a little over 10 years ago, when The Secret hit the street, almost every seminar I went into, a man or a woman would come up to me and they would try and pull me off to the side. It was like they wanted to talk to me, but they didn't want anybody to hear them. And they'd say, the law of attraction, does that work for people? I knew exactly where they were going. They said, what do you mean? Well, could I attract a person into my life? I said, absolutely, absolutely. So I thought there's a lot of people want to know this, and this actually is the way it works. So let's take a look at this. I'm going to put visual here, and take a look here for a moment. This is how you attract the person you want into your life. Now you take a sheet of paper or a card, and you put a circle on it. And in that circle, you write my man or my woman, whichever it is you want to attract. And then you take and you put sort of a starburst on it with a bunch of lines coming up. And then you start to fill in. And here you want the kind of person you want, the qualities that you want to have. And the first thing you want that person to be free, because if they're not, you're not going to be. And as well as that, you also want the person to be happy. Who wants to be with a sad face all the time? Now, this seems preposterous to some people, but if you understand the law, understand that we're all an expression of exactly the same power, and this power operates by law. Vibration is one of the laws. Now, vibration is the primary law, attraction is the secondary. You can only attract to you what you're in harmonious vibration with. You want somebody that's kind, and you will find that you can live a pretty good life with some of these qualities. You want somebody that's caring. Now you think of all these things, you think of, what do I want the person to be like? Well, you want them to have these qualities. Understand this, you do not put a face on the person. Oh, I know, you got your eye on somebody, you have no right to mess with their mind, and that's what you would be doing. You'd be transmitting images to them. Now, you just send this to the universe. Now, I'm going to tell you what will happen before we're finished here. You got to go back and you keep thinking of the qualities. You want them to be in good health. You want a healthy person. You want somebody that's vibrant, alive. You want somebody that has a good appearance. Somebody that has a good appearance, looks sharp, you know. You also want a person that's financially independent. You don't have to keep this person. You want somebody that's financially independent. Then, you know, there's no hang-ups about money. You want somebody that's into personal growth. If you're into personal growth, you certainly want them to be. Now, remember what I said. You do not put a face on this person, because then you're messing with their mind and you don't have a right to do that. You start to see yourself with this person. Now, if there's not enough there, you put some more lines out. You just set some more lines and you start to fill them in. And you think, just keep adding the qualities, everything you want this person to have. And then, mentally, you start to live with this person. Don't tell anybody you're down. You go for a walk with them. You talk to them. You have dinner with them. And you mentally carry on a conversation with this imaginary person. Now, what are you doing? When you're thinking of a person with all these qualities and you see that in your mind, you're putting yourself in that vibration. And you keep doing this, and you do it on a regular basis. And understand the universe is going to send to you exactly what you're in harmony with. If you're attracting what you don't want, you better take a look at you. Because you're the only person you can change. You can never change another person. In fact, when you really start to understand how difficult it is to change yourself, you don't even want to try and change another person. Now you do this, you make love to this person, you go for a walk, you have dinner with them. Everything that you would be doing, you do with this individual. And you're going to find that that person will, boom, walk right into your life. Try it.